Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you an alternative for dyeing eggs this Easter. I first started off by taking my pan, putting a bunch of butter on it, and then taking my mini cupcake pan and putting a bunch of butter in that one too, because that's what I'm going to make my little nests out of. But I'm going to take my butter, melt it in my pan on, I think it was medium heat. I just followed the recipe on the back of the box. I put the ingredients and all that into the beginning of the video. But then I am going to take my marshmallows, add those into my pan once the butter is completely melted. Another thing I was going to say, I seen people add vanilla to theirs. I was going to do that to mine, but I completely forgot. I just followed the recipe on the back of the box, and in the moment I forgot I wanted to add vanilla, but the box doesn't tell you to add vanilla to it. But I'm just going to watch my marshmallow and butter mixture. I never left the stove because I didn't want to burn it, so I just waited there and mixed it until all of my marshmallows were melted. And then once my marshmallows looked like this, I was like, okay, they're done. I'm gonna add my rice cereal. I added my rice cereal and then I mixed it over the stove. I just turned the heat off, but I did keep it on the burner still. This was actually the first time I ever made homemade Rice Krispie Treats, so if you're like doubting yourself and you're like, oh, this is a lot of work, I don't want to make, they're really not that difficult. This was the first time I ever did it, and they came out pretty good. My family liked them. But I'm just going to mix all of the marshmallow mixture and the Rice Krispies together, and then I put on gloves because I didn't want to touch them and get all that stickiness all over my fingers. But I should have buttered my spatula and my gloves. I didn't do either one of those, and then I ended up regretting it. So I had to use a new glove and butter it, and this is the buttered glove. And you see how much easier it is for me to push it down? It's not even sticking to the glove at all. It's just perfect. But I took about half of the mixture and then just put it on my pan and just spread them out, because I'm going to be using cookie cutters to cut out the shapes. And then for this, I just took my mini cupcake pan. I only did 2 rows of these. I think it's like 8. It's 8 of them. And then I put my mixture in there, my Rice Krispie mixture, and then I just pressed it around with my gloves. They are both buttered. One of my gloves are hanging on for dear life. I put that glove on last minute, so it's a little bit wonky looking. My finger is barely even on, but it's okay. But I'm just going to take my buttered gloves and push down the Rice Krispie mixture. You want to make sure that this pan has butter in it before you put your Rice Krispies in it, because if not, it's going to stick to the pan. You see how easy it came out? Like, when it's buttered, it's just a dream. That way they don't get stuck when you're trying to take out your nest. I was going to do them, after I bought this box, I was like, oh, I should have probably just bought the plain Rice Krispies, but I think the blue and the green, it looks cute. So I did that for all 8 of my little nests, and then I let them sit there for a little bit so that they could kind of harden, and then once they dried, I took them out. Here I am taking the remainder of the Rice Krispies that I didn't use for the nest and adding it onto the rest of this section here for the Rice Krispies. I did a pan like this because, as you can see here, I am cutting it out with the cookie cutter once the Rice Krispies were firmed up, not right after. I probably let them sit for about an hour or 2, and then I came back and cut out all the shapes I wanted. You can do whatever cookie cutters you want. I bought this set off of Amazon. I'll show a picture here, and it came with all these different ones. I just used the egg, the butterfly. I used some of the flowers. The eggs are what I use so that they're easy to decorate. They're cute. You can use them for your kids. I did the flowers, which were really cute. I'm going to show you how I decorated those. And then I also was like, all these extra pieces when I'm done, what am I going to do? You could keep them for scraps. That's what I did, and then my family loved to eat the scraps. Or you could see what I just did, and I bunched a bunch of them together, and then I just cut out another shape. So you can just mold them back together and use your cookie cutter to cut out another shape if you wanted to. I got a lot from this half sheet pan that I did, so I didn't feel the need to use all the scraps. I just kept them to the side and my family ate them. Here I did a bunny, which was really cute. I didn't butter my cookie cutters either. You probably should. It might make it a little bit easier, but I didn't, and nothing got really stuck where it was affecting the shape of them. So I did all of my shapes there. And then here I have my Cadbury eggs, and I'm just putting them on my nest. I think it's so cute, and it's a fun little treat that you can have for your kids while you guys are decorating the Rice Krispies. And then I just melted white chocolate. I did white chocolate and then I just dyed it with oil-based food coloring. You probably could use candy melt. I didn't though. I just used almond bark, melted it, and then added an oil-based food coloring. And then you didn't have to do the outline like I did. I don't know why I kind of went into like cookie decorating mode, but you don't have to do a border like I did. It really doesn't do anything. And then you just pipe your chocolate on there, and then you can either use a toothpick. I just used the top of the bag to smooth it out kind of, and then you pick it up and then you just shake it. And then once you shake it, your chocolate, you see how all the lines are gone? And I used my white chocolate here to just draw some designs. If I was to do this for an activity, and let's say I did 3 colors like I did here, I would do 2 of each color. So I would do 2 whites, 1 detail bag like this one is with a smaller cut so that I can draw designs, and then 1 with a bigger cut so that I could fill in shapes. Like for the example, this pink one, that's a bigger cut so that way I could fill it in. In this video, I didn't do 2 bags, so this one has a bigger cut. You see how big those circles are compared to how the white ones were? That's just how I would recommend you do this if you were gonna do this as an activity. This one is a butterfly, which was super cute. And I didn't do them like perfectly decorated, I did them fun, because the point of this is more so for like kids to do it. It's a fun alternative for dyeing eggs, so I kind of just did a bunch of dots and lines. Like I said, I only did 3 different colors for my chocolate. You could do as many as you want. But here's the flower. This is the one that I really like because I just added a M&M, one of the pastel like Easter blend M&Ms for my middle. And then this one I was like, oh, I'll just do it and do it for the petals too. I did the M&Ms. You can have a bunch of different toppings. You can do a bunch of different Easter candies. You can do the eggs, you can do M&Ms, sprinkles, whatever you like. But I think that all of the different toppings also make it really cute and easy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more.